Hey guys, Dalton Wilson here with Salem Solutions, teaching you how to find new hires worth hiring. A lot of times in service-based businesses, especially when they're small and you're learning, you have no idea when to hire, when to fire, how to do those things, and it can create a lot of bad blood, a lot of bruises and lumps, and it definitely has in me, and I'm trying to teach others so they don't have to go through that. Why am I talking about this? I started a junk removal company back in 2022. I've hired 12 plus junk removal candidates in those 2 years and had over 300 applicants for roles. So, what most get wrong and what I definitely got wrong at the start was hiring friends and family, doing things like assuming the right person's going to show up when you need them. That's not going to happen. Keeping toxic employees around for way too long and allowing an employee to rule your company culture. A lot of that is started through hiring bad. It all starts with that bad hire. So we want to prevent that by hiring good or making the right hires. So let's get into that. How do we do that? And how I learned to get it right. The more people that know, the better. Indeed is the largest online job application portal in the world. Use Indeed. Okay, don't just post on Facebook or post on a Facebook group and expect to get Rockstar Danny to show up or Rockstar Donna to show up. It's not going to happen. Okay, advertise for what the position can pay at its best, not at its worst. $12 an hour doesn't get anyone excited, but if they have potential to make $24 an hour, you're going to get a lot more qualified applicants. And guess what? If you're hiring the best person for the role, they're probably going to get closer to that $24 or maybe even more an hour if you're paying the bonuses, the tips, the this, the that, everything. You're going to get a lot more qualified applicants when you post that. Write the position in a way that would make you actually want to apply. This means including things like the company culture, company values. There's a growth track in this position, all those things that excite someone. So write it in a way that would excite you so that other people will get excited about the role, not just, I'm paying 24 bucks an hour, you come and work, it's hard work, go home. Give them more than that, man. Okay? And include all the necessary information and requirements, right? That means if you need reliable transportation to do this job, do that. Because guess what? Even if you are a rock star, I'm not going to go pick you up every morning to go to work. You're going to need reliable transportation. So ask the right questions. Another thing, like I said, we're going to talk about Indeed. Specifically, advertise. Okay, this is the best ROI you're ever going to see in your business is through Indeed or through advertising on Indeed. Actually, pay money to have Indeed put your job listing up in front of qualified applicants. Okay, so I spent about 150 bucks for 7 days worth of advertisements, and I got 100 applicants with the job posting that I am going to link in the bio. So feel free to take a look, scalp it, do whatever you need. Make sure through that you ask questions to the user has to input manually, not just click through prompts, because you're going to get tons of those. They don't care about your position. They just saw the dollar amount and they're just going to go for it. All right. That's going to weed out all the unwanted applicants. Okay. And that's just simple yes or no questions. Maybe something as simple as why do you want to work for us? Okay. Then make sure you ask the pertinent questions again, like do you have reliable transportation? Are you drug free? Do you have the lifting capacity? Make sure to follow your state guidelines, your laws, discriminations, all that sort of stuff to make sure you're not discriminating, make sure you're not doing this, doing that, breaking laws. Okay, then you're going to weed out 90% of the applicants. The first 60% will not answer the manual questions, and I'm not going to waste my time looking at the resumes. You shouldn't either because they don't care. Okay, you need to be ruthless in this process. I've learned through getting hurt so many times that through hiring and firing, you need to be ruthless. Oh, well, maybe just a little bit of grace. Maybe they'll get better. Let them go. Hire better people. Move on. There's a time to stick with someone. It's okay. But then you need to let go of all these people who are poisoning your organization and hire good ones. So you're going to be ruthless in this hiring process, and you're going to weed it down to 10% of qualified applicants, okay? All right. And you're going to schedule video interviews with those 10%. Why video interviews? Do not do in-person interviews. Half of those people won't show up and you're going to be wasting your time. At least on a video, you can do it from anywhere. No big deal. So 5% of those people are going to show up, and out of that, you're probably going to get 1 to 2 rock stars if you got 100 applicants. Okay? And here's a pro tip. Rock stars leave track marks on the resume. If someone has been in the job market for 20 years, and they have never gotten promoted, there's probably a reason for that. Don't hire that person. Okay, and also I recommend a trial period. Give them 1 to 2 weeks. This is the dating period before you guys actually say, hey, you're hired, you're a full-time employee, blah, blah, blah. You know, if you like this position, great, wonderful. If you leave, no hurt feelings, no big deal. If we like you, we think that you're going to work for the company, you're doing all the right things, you're showing up on time, in uniform, working hard, great, we're going to continue on. It's going to be serious. So that's a little bit easier for you as a business owner to be like, okay, this isn't working out, you know, go your separate ways, blah, blah, blah. Again, the golden formula that I found, 100 applicants will usually lead to 1 Rockstar. This is for driver labor positions, for junk removal. It may be more or less depending on how skilled your labor is or unskilled or your industry. Now that you've learned how to hire, this should give you the confidence to actually make the fire. If you're watching this and you're concerned about this, there's probably someone in your organization that you need to fire. You need to let them go. And if you hire right and have someone waiting in the wings ready to move forward and actually be a part of your business, you know, you're not hamstringing yourself by putting yourself one-man show in a truck. You're actually having someone come on. Let go of that person. Let them go. Okay? Do not keep the bad apple around and ruin your company culture. And worse, if you hire the rock star, if you hire them and you let the bad apple stay in, he's going to poison the rock star. They're going to go elsewhere. They're going to lower their own standards, and all this has been for nothing, right? So get out there, hire right, fire fast, and if you have any questions, feel free to DM me.